Booker. And Natalie Sago making her NBA playoff debut as an official. We are underway with this series tied at a game apiece. The Knicks control the tip. Knocked away. Hart tries to get it back. Johnson couldn't gather, and last touch out of bounds. Trigger man, it's Brunson. Get it in for Hart. 8 seconds to work with. One-on-one with McCollum. Hart. And McCollum gets a piece. Daniels leading the break. Johnson forced to kick it out. Daniels got a body bump, spins, couldn't finish at the rim. And Hart with the board.
Well, you've said that a lot in this series if you've been watching. That's his 28th rebound of the series already.
Towns misses from three-point territory. Atlanta came all the way back from a 14-point fourth quarter deficit to win game 2. Johnson wheeling, hangs off the rim, and Hart's got another rebound.
I'll tell you what, he has been all over the boards.
Brunson takes it at Daniels and scores. Daniels took a shot. No reaction from the officials. The Knicks on the board first.
Well, I'll tell you what, you want to be physical, and it's not just on defense. Jalen Brunson, a strong guy, wants to use his strength on the offensive end and trying to really get into C.J. McCollum right now.
Johnson loses his footing. Knock away by Hart. Shot clock is down to 3. McCollum. The jab, the jumper, splash.
Well, he just feels great confidence against Jalen Brunson. Knows he can get the shot over the top. The Hawks have targeted Brunson. They've scored 44 of their points against him in the series so far, one-on-one.
OG Anunoby. The corner jumpy is Mr. Corner 3.
He sure is. He led the NBA in corner threes made this year. And when they can get that shot, that's good offense.
And a 5-3 advantage for New York. Knicks scored just 15 points in the fourth quarter of game 2. That was their lowest mark all season in the fourth. Out front, Bridges dealing with Alexander Walker. Shot clock down to 3. The spin, the left hand, it doesn't go off the iron.
Well, Alexander Walker hasn't shot the ball well, and it's in my mind because he's taken a lot of those shots.
Another one? No, Anunoby missed it. 5-3 lead for the Knicks. Johnson shovel, Daniels inside, and he's fouled. Late whistle. That's the feeling where if it goes in, there might not be a whistle.
That's certainly what the fans think. Here's McCollum, but now at the line.
And the foul on Karl Anthony Towns. Daniels shoots it at 61% at the free throw line. The way it's set up when you defend an Atlanta Hawks team with the skill level of Johnson and Alexander Walker and McCollum, somebody's going to be free to take shots. The Knicks are comfortable with Daniels taking shots.
That's exactly right. And just like at the other end, Atlanta is going to be like most teams and be more comfortable with Josh Hart shooting the ball, even though he's had a great year shooting it.
5-4 lead for the Knicks. Bridges. He got caught in no man's land. Anunoby couldn't grab it initially. Hart steps out like a free safety to take it back. Hart, spin, kick. Bridges fires. Too strong. Towns couldn't grab it. Johnson does. Knicks out-rebounded the Hawks by 11 boards in game 2. The jumper off the rim from the side as Alexander Walker continues to search for his range.
He's 9 for 31 in the series now.
Brunson off the pirouette, shot clock at 10. Towns working against Daniels. Extra feed on Anunoby. They'll drive it, body bump. And Towns was held by Johnson.
I like it when Towns is closer to the basket. He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the game. I thought he spent the entire fourth quarter of game.
Atlanta finished game 2 on a 15-6 run. Near turnover. And Hart hits the deck to come away with it. They're fighting for it, and he finds Anunoby. Drives, and he lays it in. That is a tremendous individual play by Josh Hart. High effort.
Well, Hart saved him a possession earlier in the game going to the floor. And here he makes multiple efforts to not only get him a possession, but to create a foul.
1 of 5 to open play. The Knicks are 3 of 7. Johnson defended by Hart. McCollum sets a screen. Timer down to 7. Daniels, ball fake on a jumper, tries to take it inside, dishes, Johnson turns, and 2 defenders are there. A foul is called with .6.
Wow, that was great defensive possession by the Knicks. On Jalen Johnson, he's averaging 20 a game, but he's had to work for everything, and some of them have been in transition. In the half court, he struggled.
Our upcoming national TV playoff schedule, Prime Video tomorrow. We've got you covered with Boston at Philly, Lakers in Houston, San Antonio and Portland. Game 3s across the board. Go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app for more info.
I feel like this year, the first round has been more competitive than usual across the board.
You have 5 of the 8 series at 1-1. First time that's happened since 2014. Towns one-on-one against Okongwu. Kick it, Brunson. Little pick and pop for Anunoby. Misses on a 3-ball.
Just not a lot of movement there. The ball stayed on one side of the floor for New York. It's got to move a little better.
Johnson, those long strides to the rim, and it's out of bounds. The Hawks wanted a foul.
I think he did get fouled. Interesting no call there. Well,
maintain possession. McCollum gets it in for Alexander Walker. And that ball bounces off his foot. Anunoby drives it and slams it. Oh, gee, Anunoby attacking the hoop.
He's got 7 already. Two buckets coming in transition or scrambled opportunities.
McCollum. He contorts his body, couldn't finish it. Brunson waiting for his teammates with 3 Hawks defenders back. And now everybody gets on this end of the floor. Brunson lines it up. Can't hit the 3. Long rebound to Johnson. Daniels forcing the action.
Play, yeah, they want to be fast.
The Euro didn't affect Towns, but the Johnson 3 is good.
That's the pace that Quinn Snyder would like the Hawks to play at.
And we are tied at 9. Hawks went 24-17 at home this season. We mentioned how hot they were in the second half of the year. Anunoby, they'll drive it, and it was effective. Block going to the rim. Johnson dumps it off. Daniels lays it in. Another transition bucket for Atlanta.
Well, defense to offense is the Hawks' winning formula against the Knicks.
Brunson, extra, Anunoby, the corner pop, no. McCollum quickly up the floor. Fakes out Brunson, the floor goes! C.J. McCollum is a shot maker. 7-0 run for the Hawks.
Giving them a steady veteran presence who knows how to enjoy the stage, block out the noise, and guys, keep the focus on winning.
And Cassidy, you think about his journey from Canton, Ohio to Lehigh to the NBA. He seemed to really enjoy himself in the fourth quarter the other night as Brunson misses from 3-point territory. Hawks trying to add to their lead. Vincent is in along with Gay. No, now Gay will wait to check in. Okongwu stays in there. Deuce McBride for the Knicks and Robinson the changes. Back in, Johnson, shot clock winding down. He misses on the baseline delivery, and Robinson immediately grabs a board.
And then you take him long.
McBride has a Robinson screen, thought about it. Swing for McBride with 9 to shoot. Knicks are down by 4. McBride, tough angle, short, tip in, doesn't go for Robinson, and he touched it last, out of bounds. Time right now for our live update, and it's presented by FanDuel. Point spread currently Atlanta -1.5. Anunoby on the bench. He has already taken 8 shots. Johnson misses on a 3-ball, and Kuminga there for the board. Nice denial, but Bridges made contact with Kuminga. So that's the third team foul against Mike Brown's squad. The Knicks are down to 27% shooting. The Hawks are not much better. They're at 33%. But they made a couple of threes and they've gotten to the line and to the rim. Another bucket for Jalen Johnson.
Well, Hart was trailing him. He just curled and went to the rim.
And Gabe Vincent gets a piece of that, and it bounces off of Hart out of bounds. Nothing is working right now for New York. It's a 9-0 run. Daniels to Kuminga. He floats it home.
Well, that's off a dead ball. They just pushed it up the floor and attacked before New York got their defense set. Inexcusable for the Knicks.
And an 8-point lead for the Hawks. And Natalie Sago pointed in the wrong direction. She corrects it. The Knicks will retain with 12 to shoot, but they have gone ice cold offensively.
Well, only two guys have scored for New York. And one of them, OG Anunoby's on the bench.
Anunoby has 7 of the Knicks' 9 points. Brunson has the other 2, and Brunson tack on 2 more as he gets inside for the bucket. 17-11 Hawks. 3.5 to go here in the first. Vincent pumps and hits. 20-11 Atlanta. Half-court set here for the Knicks. Daniels gets the assignment on Brunson. Bridges trying to attack, loses his footing, turns it over.
5th turnover for New York.
Well, we spoke with Mike Brown prior to the game, asked him how will the team respond to a loss. He said, I don't sense any panic from these guys. They've been just going about their business from 3-point territory. And the 5 turnovers, as you mentioned, Stan. Kuminga swing. Shot clock down to 10. McBride there defensively against Kuminga. Okongwu sets the screen. Kuminga, the drive. He put it over Robinson for 2.
That's a tough shot right there.
And the lead has ballooned to 11 for the Hawks.
Kuminga had 19 in game 2 and was in their finishing line.
McBride misses on a 3-ball. It's 1 and done for the Knicks. The offensive struggles in game 2 fourth quarter have transferred over to game 3 first quarter. It's an offensive foul called as Gabe Vincent set the screen. Defensively as well.
Well, and look, they've done a great job with their roster. More than halfway through the season, the trades for McCollum and Kuminga have been huge for them.
Brunson, too strong. Offensive board, Robinson. Jordan Clarkson in the game as well, and now Gay is in there for the Hawks. Brunson one-on-one with Vincent. Takes it in for 2.
Well, Brunson against Vincent is a little easier. They've been playing him with bigger guys, with Daniels and Alexander Walker. When he has size, he's able to get over the top easy. Brunson's great in the paint.
And McCollum got tripped. That's going to be the 14th foul against New York. So the next one will lead to free throws for Atlanta. Did he get tripped or did he trip on his own? Gay looking to give it up. Couldn't get it to McCollum initially. Now it's Daniels with 8 to shoot. McCollum. Back in, over McBride. He's got it.
Well, and he gives the too small sign. I do think they have to, when they get a chance, get more size on C.J. McCollum. His confidence against Brunson and McBride is very, very high because he knows he can just raise up over the top.
And Brunson draws the foul. First free throw attempts of the night as Kuminga and Robinson get into it. It was Daniels and Robinson who had an issue earlier in this series, and cooler heads prevail. Nothing extracurricular
Now look, as you get deeper into a series, this is going to happen all the time. You're just up against the same guys all the time. Mitchell Robinson really came into...
And Brunson at the free throw line where he shoots it at 84%.
Second leading first quarter scorer in the league this year behind Luka Doncic. Had 19 in the first quarter of game 1 and looking for his 8th here today.
Knicks went 6-3 on the road in last year's playoffs, so they got it done when the pressure was on. They're trying to reach the second round for the 4th straight year. 24-15, Hawks. McCollum gives up his dribble, kicks it out. The jumper by Kay is good.
Kay only a 31% three-point shooter on the year, but he shot that one with great confidence.
And now the Hawks have their largest lead. Brunson gets it to go, plus the harm. Shades of Dick Barnett on the jump shot. Eilish, the Hall of Famer. And Brunson converts to cut it to 9. He's got 11 points. Again, only 2 Knicks have scored, Brunson and Anunoby. Kuminga, a rainbow triple.
Well, Kuminga just has found a role here and is playing with great confidence.
Atlanta is 5 of 7 from three-point range. They force Brunson to give it up. He gets it back. Brunson missed it. Robinson tried to guide it. He does to Clarkson. Kick it, corner. And Anunoby got a 3.
So many of Mitchell Robinson's offensive rebounds, or when he keeps the ball alive, end up in Knicks threes.
Hawks can hold for 1. 13 seconds left. Knicks do not have a foul to give. They blitz McCollum with 2. Down to 3 seconds left. Kuminga. Again! The 3-ball rattles down. Anunoby fires way off the mark. And the Hawks for Atlanta. 33-21 lead as we start the second quarter. Kispert in. Slam down! Gay with a big follow.
Well, the Atlanta bench so far has been outstanding. Kuminga already with 10 points. Gay's got 5. 3 from Vincent. They have over half the Hawks' points.
Shamet and Alvarado both in for New York. Towns tried to pass it out to Clarkson, out of bounds.
Towns on that one's got to come to a stop off at 2 feet and just go over the top of Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Too unselfish right there.
Alexander-Walker, the swing. Gay again? No.
And a change for New York. Started the second quarter the other night. Both Brunson and Towns were on the bench. Tonight, Towns in here with Anunoby and 3 guards off the bench for New York.
Towns defended by Kispert. Towns makes his move. Big finish for Cat.
Well, that's what Cat's got to do now, and the Knicks have to set him up to do that. They've got to ride Karl Anthony Towns with this group.
Kuminga is fouled.
OG Anunoby wants a challenge.
He just looked towards the Knicks Golden State Warriors at the free throw line. And Quinn Snyder told us it was really a bit of a feel thing in the fourth quarter of game 2.
Cassidy, what has Kuminga felt like in his new role here in Atlanta?
Yeah, when I asked Jalen Johnson that exact question, he summed up his presence best by saying he's a dog ready to be unleashed, and that's how Atlanta views his energy, athleticism, and edge. Kuminga brings this rotation. Quinn Snyder's message to him has been simple: defend, run, and attack, and he's embraced it, and it starts with toughness, he says. His mindset is to set the tone on defense, guys.
Clarkson gets it to go, +1. So the Knicks searching for something offensively other than Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby. And you get a bucket from Karl-Anthony.
13 shooting. McBride, Shaman, and Alvarado came into the game 3 for 19 and haven't made one today. Haven't gotten much out of that group.
Free throw shooting was an issue in game 2 for New York. They went 17 of 27 at the line. A couple of big misses from OG Anunoby in the fourth quarter. McCollum, a lot of dribbling and a lot of scoring.
Wow. C.J. McCollum has had a lot of playoff success in his career. He's averaged over 20 a game. This is his 70th playoff game, but he's never really been the #1 guy. Now he is. He comes in averaging 29 in this series and has 9 already today.
And his ability to score in a variety of ways has been on display in this series. Anunoby, pump fake, it's going to cost them. They run out of time. 7th New York turnover of this first half.
Well, and I think the last 2 turnovers have in large part been Karl-Anthony.
Resolved it, and the Hawks are up by 13 on the Knicks. McCollum gets through the first wave, and he's fouled in 3-point territory. Right now, it's C.J. McCollum's world. His former teammate in New Orleans, Jose Alvarado, called on the personal.
I think New York might want to think about either picks and either shoot the ball or go one-on-one at the bigs. Not working for him.
McCollum missed 2 free throws in the final seconds in game 2. They still won the game. Another one coming for McCollum. Now the Hawks are up by 14. Atlanta averaged 118.5 points per game in the regular season, 3rd highest in franchise history. They had some good scoring teams in the past. This is their largest cushion, 15. Alvarado, Clarkson, Anunoby, Shamet, and Towns, the 5 on the floor for New York.
We get the ball over to Towns' side of the floor.
Shot clock is down to 7. Towns hasn't been anywhere close to it. Clarkson is going to take it and miss it for 3. Rebound, Kuminga, off and running. Met by Shamet, leave it, McCollum, off the mark. Leak out by Alvarado. Pedal to the metal, Alvarado lays it in, and the foul.
Great push. Good quick outlet by Towns. Alvarado, great pace to the rim.
Jose Alvarado.
Well, Gabe Vincent's played in a lot of big playoff games in his career. Also, another guy that provides playoff experience to this Hawks team.
The lead is 12. Alexander Walker. Drive, kick, ball movement leads to Vincent. He takes it in, left hand no, and a foul. Gabe Vincent going to the free throw line. Bridges picks up his 2nd.
To move the ball and attack.
Don't miss a playoff moment with the NBA app. Tap to watch games live. Track the stat line shaping this series so far. Go behind the scenes of the postseason in the Moments tab. Download the app today. Another one here for Gabe Vincent, now in year number 6. Previously with Miami and the Lakers. And he's fit in nicely. The attitude that he brings. Physical defender. Made his way through the G League to get to this spot. 42-28, Hawks.
Tried to get the ball to Towns there, but deflected away by Kuminga.
It's Clarkson. Fade away, doesn't go. Towns is there to collect it and finish it on the interior.
Well, he's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league, and if you can't get it any other way, get it off the glass.
Alexander Walker. One-on-one with Towns. Couldn't get it to go, and it's rebounded by Hart. Hart push up the floor. Clarkson trying to get Bridges involved. The corner jump. No good. Johnson the rebound, trying to run. Alexander Walker lost it for a moment. Johnson is there to clean up the loose change. Nine points in 11 minutes for the All-Star Jalen Johnson. And the lead is back to 14. Hart goes down, needs help. Hart bounces. Alvarado breaks away for two.
That's a great cut by Alvarado. And Hart just kept his poise on the floor, no panic, and found the cutter.
Knicks are going to make some changes. Next dead ball. Kuminga taken away. It was ripped out of there by Towns. Clarkson forcing the action. He's going to do it himself. Missed it. Rebound. Hart. Follow. No. Tip in. Yes. Towns. 10-point game and a timeout. 6:58 to play.